Hey, this is AJ. Welcome to the Handyman process. If you're a new viewer, this channel is dedicated to teaching handymen and handywomen and anybody who really owns a small business, a service business. I try to jump into some hacks when it comes to running the business. How do you do this? How do you do that? From a process perspective. So I don't really teach so much how to do the work here. It's more about how do you bring in clients? How do you deal with taxes? How do you deal with those types of things? I made this channel because I felt like there was a gap in that kind of content. So thanks for joining if you're new. For my regulars, this video is going to be covering how do you funnel customers to your website. So if you've been watching some of my previous videos, you see that I use multiple different techniques. I mentioned these techniques. But in this video, I'm going to dedicate it to specifically the different systems that I use. I had a subscriber reach out, Kevin. Thanks for giving me the idea. But in this video, like I said, I'm going to talk about how do I take customers from Facebook, from Nextdoor, from Google, from text messages, from wherever, and how do I bring them over to my website, and why do I do that? So stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about the why. Why do I want to drive everybody to my website? Why don't I just pick up my phone and deal with that? And my primary reason is I work a day job, and I don't want to spend the time answering the phone. First of all, I can't, right? If I'm working my day job, I can't answer the phone. So that's number one, is usually I can't answer the phone, I'm too busy. And the second thing is if I do answer the phone, it does take up my time. So I've taken a lot of time and effort to put systems in place, almost like when you call up and you talk to, a robotic assistant on the phone. You have to go through that series of pressing the numbers before you talk to somebody. The same kind of concept here. I want people to kind of go through that gauntlet a little bit. I try to make it as painless as possible, but to make sure that they're qualified before they kind of reach out to me. So that's the main reason that I do it. And as I go through, I just got my little cheat sheet here that I'm going to kind of walk through some of the different things that I do. So the first one I'm going to talk about is my use of voicemail or text. So if you look at one of my previous videos, I'll put a link up here. I use Google Voice. I use the free version of Google Voice to manage both text messaging and voicemails that come into my to my business. And if anybody ever calls out, and I get, 10, 20, 30 calls a day. I get a lot of spammers recently. There's not a whole lot I can do about that, but I never answer the phone. So that's number one. I don't answer the phone. And why don't I answer the phone? Because my voicemail says, I'm sorry, I'm a part-time handyman. If you're calling between the hours of 8 and 4, I'm probably working my day job. And if I'm not picking up after that, it's probably because I'm out in another job. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please go visit my site, www.greenshirehandyman.com, to explore some options, fill out an estimate request, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So that's the first one, right? I told them I'm not available. I was polite about it, and I gave them more places to research and find information on me. Because what I want them to do is I want them to go to my website and either say, man, this guy's a great fit, or I don't want to work with this guy, right? Whatever it is, it's a blessing to me because they're going to see a little bit about me. They're going to see the hours that I work. They're going to see that I schedule a little further out. They're going to see a little bit of my pricing process. They're going to see links to my reviews. They're going to see the list of my services, right? And they're going to kind of pre-qualify themselves. If they make it through that gauntlet and they hit the estimate button, most of the time I assume they read my website. Every once in a while I'll get a call. Somebody gave me a call the other day. I need you to replace tiles for $60. I don't do that. I'll be straight up with that. You don't tell me the price is. You tell me what you need done and I'll let you know the price is. So every once in a while one of them will sneak in like that, but it's kind of rare. So that's in terms of if I receive a voice message. If I just receive a straight text, Google Voice, to my knowledge, doesn't have the ability to have an auto reply. So what I'll do is I'll just reply back to that, when I get a chance. And I'll say, hey, go to my website if you don't mind. Or if it's really quick, we'll just chit chat back and forth. But I'm always trying to bring them back to my website. So I'll just copy a link from my website, or I'll copy a lead form from Markate, my CRM tool that I use to manage my business. And again, if you go back and look at some of my videos, I have a playlist on Markate that kind of talks about how I do that. So that's how I use Google Voice. And as I go through this, throughout the year, there's a seasonality in terms of leads coming in and where they're coming from. Sometimes there's a surge in Google, then there's a Facebook surge and a Nextdoor surge. It kind of ebbs and flows a little bit. I'm almost like 33% Google, Nextdoor, and Facebook if I kind of average it out. So it averages out pretty smoothly. So with that being said, let's talk about Facebook. So for Facebook, I have a business page, first of all, set up, and I think I have a video somewhere on my business page and how I run that. So feel free to go check that out. But I also have the Facebook business app where I do my posts, I schedule posts in there, and I also respond to most of my messages in there, just cleaner and smoother for me. But within your messenger settings for your business page, you have the option to have auto replies, and it can be like a series of auto replies. If they answered this, change that. There's tons of videos on YouTube kind of explaining that, and it's always changing. So I would try to find a subject matter expert in that techniques of setting that stuff up. But when it comes to Handyman, like, what is the hack? What do you want to do? And essentially what I say is, thank you for your message. I appreciate it. Please go to my website to review my information and submit an estimate request if you want. I do that for two reasons. First of all, drive them to my website. And second of all, Facebook measures you on how quick you are to respond to people. So by having an automatic response, when people look at my Facebook business profile, they see, wow, he always responds really quickly, right? So it's a favorable rating. But that's what I do for Facebook. I'll put a picture up here of kind of what that auto reply looks like. It's just basic and straightforward. I don't have a lot of the extra stuff set up, if this and that. I just don't bother with it. But if you are being overwhelmed with it, I would go ahead and kind of look into that and set that up. And if you're like, hey, this is Greek to me, I watched those other videos and it still doesn't make sense to me, leave a comment down below. I'll try to deep dive into a video on that. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is my Google My Business profile. So this is the profile you see when you search for a business on Google Maps. It shows up, hey, here's the person, here's the stars they have. If you don't have a Google My Business profile, I would highly, highly recommend. If you're in the service business, people are finding you on that all the time. You may not know, but they're looking at you. They're searching for you. They're comparing you to other people. So it's imperative that you have a Google profile set up. Again, tons of videos out there how to set it up. Google's always changing their processes for getting validated. My only advice there is just be patient with it. It'll work. You just got to take some time to be patient with it. But how do I drive people from my Google My Business profile back to my website? The simple answer is I have my website listed on the Google My Business profile. So if they read through, they see some things, they can click on that link, or once in a blue moon, somebody will message me directly through Google. There's a little chat button. I like a handful of these a year I get. I don't get a whole lot of them. And to be honest with you, most of them are dead ends anyway. So I don't put any effort and time in that. If you do and you find it useful, if you've got a hack there, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But that's how I use my Google My Business profile to manage that stuff kind of going forward. The fourth one on my list here is the Nextdoor app. The good news is I get a lot of leads from Nextdoor. The bad news is I can't auto reply to anything, and I have two profiles where the leads come in. So they either come in through my personal profile or they come into my business profile. And I have a video on how I use Nextdoor and how I use the business and personal profile to manage business. But to be honest with you, I hate the interface of Nextdoor because a lot of times I'm not notified. Even though all my notification settings are set up, I'm not notified if somebody hits my business account. Like sometimes I'll receive an email, but it's hit or miss. There's no auto reply options. So I just have to bear through that one. And what I do is, I'll chit chat a little bit. I'll drop my website link in there and say, hey, if you want to go ahead and submit an estimate request, go ahead and go over to my website. You can find out more information about me. On my Nextdoor business profile, I also have my website there. So hopefully people are doing a little bit of research and maybe they're just bypassing the Nextdoor messaging function going straight there. But the truth is with Nextdoor is if you do a job and somebody tags you or posts you, you're going to get multiple jobs. There's a lot of that happens in Nextdoor. So if you don't have a Nextdoor account, I would recommend that you get one. But it's not viral, but there's a network that happens, right? As soon as you do a job and somebody tags you or posts you, all of a sudden you're very popular, right? And that's when a lot of the messages kind of come in. And then the final one, I'll put a picture up here. I get a lot of crap sometimes with my business cards, especially from the more mature audiences that I work with, because as you see my picture there, my business card is very straightforward and simple. It's got my logo on the front, my website, what my name is, and a QR code on the back, right? So, some of the more mature folks, what do I do with this? How do I, I deal with it. But what I want to do, why do I do that, right? Why do I put my phone on there or nothing else? Because I want to drive to my website. And there's a small price to pay with some of the oldies, but so be it, right? They'll ask me. Sometimes they'll just write my number on the back. So I should probably generate cards depending on who I'm working with to give them either or. But usually with the more mature audience, I'm there anyway. They got my information, and it doesn't affect me too much. Anyway, those are 5 different ways that I try to take leads from all over the place and then drive them to my website. And then it's on my terms, right? They went to my website, they filled out the lead request form, and then it's a matter of me kind of getting back to them. So whether it's on my lunch break or after work or whatever it may be, I'll respond back to them. I'll get the dialogue going, usually in text, and then that'll lead to a job, and then off I go. So anyway, those are my tips. If you find this kind of information useful, go ahead and let me know by give me a thumbs up, hitting the subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate it. Bye.